Hello, my name is Satvik Erikpadi. My registration number is 100113435. My section is KO307. My roll number is 58, and I belong to Group 12. Today, my topic is Tata Motors. And Tata Motors, I mean the automobile sectors, as the manufacturer from everything, all the way from cars, trucks, buses, you name it, they've got it. First, let's look at the major shareholders. First, here we have starting from the majority stakeholders such as Tata Sons Private Limited, Tata Industries, following up by other Tata advertisers. And then we have the foreign institutional investors such as Government of Singapore, Foreign Bank, etc., holding in about 1.2%. And then we have the domestic holders, which is obviously the Life Insurance Corporate of India, which is also known as the LIC, which holding about 5%, following by SBI Nifty 50 and the Citibank, etc., etc. And then we have the public investors, such as the non-institutional, holding at around 2% by Mr. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. These are the previous 5-year performance, especially the highs and lows. The highs being 665 rupee, the low being 63 rupee, with a whole market capital change of 40%. This is the 10-year performance. There is nothing much to see in the chart, but as you can see, the ups and downs, the peaks and troughs are very deep, especially all the way from 2017 down to 2019. It's very, very contrasting. So, first, to inaugurate this, let's look at the 10 key events that happened this period. Here we have Tata Nano's launch, which is also known as quite the substantial major market impactor of this era. And then we have Tata Nexon, followed by the other EVs and all, etc., etc. Here we can take a look at the dividend split. So, from the past 5 years or so, the Tata hasn't declared its dividend splits as much as they did during the past 10 years. But for our constitution's sake, if we look at the past 5-year performance, we can clearly see that they haven't declared much. But during the past 1 year or so, they declared a 2%, sorry, a 2 rupee dividend per share, which is about 0.33%. And here we can take a to look at the 2018 to 19 data, which we can see isn't quite impactful yet, but there are some substantial growth points such as the Tata Harrier launch, their collaboration with Volkswagen, and so on. And this is 2019. Here we have again, we can see the financial challenges that reported during this period, which is also the reason why it went so low. And then we can take a look at 2021's performance, which is again peaking it to at 289 rupee. And these are the main events that caused it such as expansion of electrical vehicles, adaptation to BS6 emission norms, etc., etc. Also, they released a lot of new vehicles such as Tata Ultras and all. But majorly, this stock price fluctuation is only happened due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And of course, the work from home and all this stuff initiated also these online sales, which also skyrocketed their growth after 2020. And here we can take a 2021's look, in which year they released their infamous vehicle called Tata Safari, their partnership, and their new electronic vehicles compartments. And here's the 2023, 2022's look. We can see they're peaking it at 509 rupee, and then from till today we can see it has almost went up till 611 rupee. These are the major factors that are affecting their what do you say, the stock market, such as their new electrical vehicles being launched into the market, the plantation of their new charging stations, a lot of foreign companies making interest in Tata, such as American markets and a lot of others. So these are the main factors that affected this stock price and dividend split during this time period. Thank you.
A warm greeting to everyone. My name is Rodney Biju and I am studying BTech CSE in Lovely Professional University and my registration number is 1211379 and my roll number is 59. Today we will be discussing on Tata Motors main mergers, acquisition and FPOs. First of all, let me introduce you to Tata Motors. Tata Motors is a leading automobile company in India and outside India which has a global presence of 175 countries and has a manufacturing unit in India and many other countries like UK, South Africa, etc. Tata Motors is known for its quality and build quality and its safety. Tata Motors safety has received many awards in many countries. Tata Motors manufactures cars, trucks and military trucks and commercial trucks. Now let's talk about the main acquisition which Tata Motors has made. Tata Motors has acquired Jaguar and Land Rover in 2008, which is known as the benchmark acquisition of Tata Motors. And in 2011, Tata Motors has acquired a Dutch auto parts manufacturer which helped in electrifying many cars, Tata Motors cars. And next, Tata Motors has acquired Hitachi in 2019, a Japanese truck company. Now let's talk about the reasons for mergers and acquisition in a company. In a company, company acquires and mergers with other company because they have to expand globally, acquire new technologies and expertise in any field, or diversify any portfolio. So let's talk about the growth which Tata Motors got after mergers and acquisition of many other companies. They have increased their revenue. They got a global recognition by acquisition acquisition of many companies like Jaguar and Land Rover, expansion of their product portfolio, and many more things. Now let's talk about FPO. FPO means follow on public offer, which is done after IPO. IPO means initial public offering. In 2015, Tata Motors has announced an FPO worth 7,000 crores to repay their debts and funds in their expansion. FPO means providing new shares to the investors. Tata Motors has listed their FPO in Bombay Stock Exchange and National Stock Exchange. Tata Motors has listed their FPO in 2021, 2020, and many more years. So, why companies list their FPOs? Companies list their FPO for reducing debt, for expansion plans, and to increase market value, and to invest in R&D. That means research and development. The company mainly focus on research and development in order to increase their value. Now talking about the impact of Tata Motors FPO and future plans. Tata Motors has planned to increase their investment in R&D, research and development. Research and development in the field of electric vehicles because electric vehicle is the new future and launching new products so the company can grow. And acquisition to acquiring new companies so that the company gets new technology and expertise in a certain field. So finally, through their acquisition and FPO, they have expanded their product portfolio, increased their global presence, attracted new investors. The future plans of the company is seems bright and investing in new technology and acquiring new companies and launching new products makes the Tata Motors future bright.
My name is Ankit Kumar. My topic is on Tata Motors and my corporate action is IPO. In this PPT, we discuss on Tata Motors and their decisions to go public through an initial public offering means IPO. About the Tata Motor. Tata Motor is a leading manufacturer of luxury vehicles in India, producing models such as Jaguar and Land Rover. Tata Motors is also one of the largest manufacturers of commercial vehicles, buses and trucks. Tata Motor is committed on sustainability and taking strides on electric vehicle market with their Nexon EV model. Introducing to IPO. First on going public. When a company goes public, it issues share of stocks that can be bought and sold by the public. IPO process. The initial public offering process involves the company hearing an investment bank to underwrite the shares and help with the sale. Listening on an exchange. After the IPO is committed, the company's shares will be listed on a stock exchange where they can be bought and sold by investors. Pros and cons of going public. Pros. Going public can provide a large influx and capital, increased visibility and credibility for the company, and liquidity for shareholders. Cons. The IPO process can be expensive and time consuming, and the company will have to publicly disclose financial information and adhere to reporting requirements. Timeline of the IPO process. Initial filing. Tata Motor will file a registration statement with the SEC and the stock exchange where they plan to list. Principle of allocation. Tata Motors and the underwriters will decide to the share price and how many shares to allocate to the public. Pre-IPO. Tata Motor will work with an overwriting firm to prepare for the IPO. Marketing roadshow. The underwriters will help market the IPO to potential investors. Distribution of shares. Public shares. The portion of the share will be available for purchase by the general public. Tata Group shares. Tata Sons, the parent company of the Tata Motor, will retain a portion of shares. Institutional share. Share will also be made available to institutional investors such as person fund and huge funds. Future plan for Tata Motor. New car model. Tata Motor plan a release new car model in a luxury and electric vehicle market as compared to competitor worldwide. A strengthening balance sheet. Tata Motor is seeking to strengthen its balance sheet by paying off debt and reducing other liabilities, expanding international presence. Tata Motor is expanding into international market to help diversify to revenue streams and reduce reliance on the domestic Indian market. Thank you.
In this video, we are talking about right issue of Tata Motors. Right issues of Tata Motors. Tata Motors right issues to year 2008. In year 2008, Tata conducted a right issue to his firm following the foundation of the future of British luxury car brand and modern brand production for the company needed sustainable capital to support the second one, the financial challenge to coming to 2017. Tata Motors faced financial difficulties in the year following the acquisition of Jaguar Land Rover due to combination of factors including global economic downturn, currency, and changing market dynamics. Third one, challenging commercial vehicle segment. Tata Motors will be a significant player in the commercial vehicle segment over the years. The company faced competition from both domestic and international manufacturers, economic fluctuation, and regulatory changes also impact commercial vehicle market. Product launches and innovation. Tata Motors introduced several new products and models in the passenger cars and commercial vehicle segment. The success of these was unsurpassed for some models receiving positive response while others faced challenges. Global expansion effort. Tata Motors aimed to export presence in various international markets covering success in different regions driving due to factors like competition, economic connection, and local influence. Regulatory changes and now emission norms. Challenging emission norms and regulations have affected the automotive industry. Tata Motors like other manufacturers had to invest in research and development to comply with this changing standards. Electric vehicles innovators. Tata Motors are working on expanding its electric vehicle portfolio over the years. They launched the Tata Nexon electric vehicle, the first long-run electric SUV, and is soon commitment to investing in electric mobility in India. Naval strike and protest. Like many large manufacturing companies, Tata Motors held naval strikes and protests at its manufacturing in India. These events often revolve around issues such as visas, working conditions, and job security. International issues. Tata Motors acquired Chinese companies like Jaguar, Land Rover, Comfort in 2008, while Jaguar Land Rover has brought prestige and global buzz to Tata Motors. It has also faced challenges such as economic downturns, rating uncertainty, and market-specific issues. Global economic crisis. In 2008, global financial crisis hit the automotive industry hard. The Tata Motors passenger car demand for this vehicle, particularly for Dallas, due to reduced customer spending and predictability. Minor project challenge from year 2000 to 2010. Tata Motors moved project to produce the world cheapest car. That the manual faced major issues including manufacturing challenges, land controversies, and concern over the car's safety. The project did not meet its satisfaction due to various factors and struggled to turn into a profitable venture. Supply chain disruption. COVID-19 pandemic highlighted in global supply chain. Tata Motors and other manufacturers became source component and manufacturing production.